Hey y'all, welcome back to Stabilish with V, where we talk about healing, growth, and doing life differently. What's one way you are choosing yourself this week? So let me just say to all my followers, welcome back. If you are following me or if you join my channel, if you are new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you part of the V gang. So let's just jump right into it. What's one way you are choosing yourself this week? Is a question that I propose, and that's personally for me. So I have an issue with procrastination. I've always started things, never finished, find an excuse not to finish it, get busy, let life take me in different turns, and I just never complete any task. So I decided that I will tackle one task at a time. So just to make it simple, I wrote down three things that I would like to accomplish and to make a part of my daily regimen. So one, drinking my water. Two, exercising on a daily basis. And three, reading a book at least 30 minutes a day. I feel like if you can tackle small things like these three I named, you should be able to accomplish and do anything because you want things to feel like it's a part of your life and not be so much of a task, you know? So what I've been doing is I've been filling up my water jar the night before, and I have been saying, you know what, I'm going to get up and make water be a part of my morning task. And I've tackled it one at a time. So this week, I've only been focusing on drinking my water as much as I can. And then once I feel like this is something I have accomplished, I will move on to working out in the morning or working out when I get off work. You know, so see, you can start incorporating something in slowly instead of just saying, you know what, I'm going to change. I'm going to drink my water. I'm going to work out. I'm going to read a book. All three of those tasks can be overwhelming when you're not used to doing it. It's not a part of your daily regimen. So you don't want to overwhelm yourself and say, you know what, I'm too tired. I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to wait till tomorrow and I'll just drink more water tomorrow or I'll just read tomorrow. You want it to feel natural. You want to come in and say, you know what, I'm going to read 30 minutes before I go to bed. It can be anything inspirational. It can be anything you want to read. So we are going to jump right in today's topic, and it is people pleasing. This is such a personal topic for me because I've always was a people pleaser, and it has become and it has consumed my life because I tend to want people to be happy that's around me. And I tend to want to make everybody's life easier, maybe because I want them to make my life easier by people pleasing with me. But people don't do that. They just want something from you. So how do you break that? And why are you that way? Why aren't we taught to prioritize our mental health? Well, you know, in the Black community, I'm not really sure about any other races, but in the Black community, we're taught to move on. We're taught you better not cry. You get up, you keep moving, you keep going, and that's it. We're not taught to, hey, if you have a problem, if you have an issue, go talk to someone about it. If you have a problem, you have an issue, hey, it's okay to take medication. We tend to frown upon counseling and taking medication, mental health, really. You know, it's ignored basically in our community. First, let's define people pleasing because there may be some people who are people pleasers and don't really realize that they are people pleaser. So, a people pleasing is a pattern of behavior where individuals prioritize the needs and desires of others above their own, often at the expense of their own well being. Analyze that for a moment. Just look at some of the things that you're doing, whether it's with your spouse, your family, co workers, friends. Do you feel like you overcompensate the relationship? Do you feel like you overdo things to be friends with that person? Or you do more than what's required at work? Think about that for a second. Maybe I am a people pleaser and don't even know it. The fact that people pleasing can be a trauma response, often stemming from past experience of abuse, neglect, and abandonment. So this is personal for me, like I said, because I've tackled with all three of these issues: abuse, neglect, and abandonment. So the behavior characterized by an overwhelming need to please others. Let's tackle some of the things that are signs that you may be a people pleaser. Difficulty saying no, feeling pressure to agree to requests, even when overcommitting or uncomfortable. Constant need for approval, seeking external validation, self bias, worth on others' opinions, prioritizing others' needs, neglecting self care and personal goals to accommodate others, and avoiding conflict, suppressing personal opinions and feelings to maintain harmony. Excessive apologizing, saying sorry even when it's not your fault. I tend to do this at work. I'm always saying I'm sorry, or I'm always saying, "Oh, I apologize." But I've been retraining myself to think of different terms that I can use instead of saying I'm sorry. You can say things like, "I regret that we had a miscommunication. Let's try to regroup and speak about what we were just discussing." Or, "I sincerely apologize." Or, "Please accept my apologies." You can do things or say things like that depending on the context of where you are. If you're in a work environment, you can use more formal things like, "I just stated I regret. I sincerely apologize," or "I'll take full responsibility for this issue that went wrong," etc., etc. Or if it's a personal thing, you can say, "Hey, please forgive me. I regret doing this. I fully understand. Thank you. Unfortunately," things like that. You don't always have to say I'm sorry. It's a submissive way, and some people can take advantage of you always saying you're sorry, and some people can say, "You know what, this person is weak. I can always run over them because no matter what, even if I'm wrong, they're going to say they're sorry." Unfortunately, people pleasing can be a symptom of various underlying issues, including low self-esteem, anxiety, dependent personality disorder, and trauma responses. It can also be a result of conflict avoidance or cultural influences that prioritize others' needs over one's own. So you have to learn, once you realize that hey, I am a people pleaser. I don't have to be this way. I don't have to always be submissive and say I'm sorry, even if I know I didn't do anything wrong. You can take some stand for yourself to say, "You know what, I'm just as important as this other person." And they can say they apologize to me, and I can stand up and start taking your life back, is what I call it. So let's briefly go over some of the consequences of people pleasing. So burnout and resentment is a big thing. Feeling drained, overwhelmed, and bitter due to constant self-sacrificing. That will start to overwhelm you eventually. You're going to burn out. You're going to probably go into depression and probably have some type of mental breakdown because you're always going to seem like you're constantly giving, 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 and there's no there's no outlet for you. So you have to definitely change that, because that can really turn to be something really bad and drastic in your life. The next one is loss of self identity, losing touch with one another's own desires, values, and opinions. You don't want to have a person that's around you, whether it be a loved one, spouse, or even a coworker, to change your values and opinions of yourself. You don't want that, because your values and opinions matter as well. The next one is damaged relationships. You'll never have a healthy relationship because, unfortunately, manipulative individuals, you're going to attract these people. You're going to attract people who know you are a people pleaser, and they're going to use that. They're going to use it against you, and they're going to use everything they can. There's no going to be no genuine relationship, because they know you're a people pleaser and they know you're going to do anything to please them or please anybody around them. So how can that be a genuine relationship? you'll never feel real, true, authentic love. And mental health issues, increase of stress, anxiety, and depression, which is I call the triple threat: stress, anxiety, and depression. And yes, you can have all three of these at the same time. How to stop people pleasing and how to change a pattern in your life. With anything, you have to set goals, whether you write them down or say, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to set this goal for myself, for work, for personal, for family. And some of the things that I've jotted down to help recognize or to stop people pleasing is recognizing your patterns. You have to recognize what you're doing before you can initially try to change it. Identify the situations and the triggers that lead to people pleasing and behavior. Prioritize self care. Focus on your personal needs and engage in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. Take the time out for yourself to say, you know what? I'm going to go for a walk by myself. I'm going to take a bath. Even if it's just setting a time, set up your iPad, get you a glass of wine, run you some bath water, put you some rose petals, get you some fruit, read a book, get your iPad, watch your YouTube, watch your favorite YouTube podcaster, me, of course, or just relax and take time for yourself. Set boundaries and communicate limits clearly and assertively. Learning to say no when necessary is a big thing for a lot of people pleasers. Is that they don't know how to say no. They don't want the conflict. They don't want the rejection. They don't want to hurt people. It's an abusive relationship when you can't say no to a person. Period. You have to set your goals and your boundaries and stand on it. Listen, in 2025, we are standing on business. Okay. We are putting ourselves first. We are putting our mental health first. And that's it. Also, build self-esteem. Listen, affirmations is big for me. I can have 1,000 posters all across my house if I need to. I limit them to my office because I just don't want to overwhelm it by other people that live in the house. But in my office, I'm going to have sticky notes. I'm going to write stuff down. You're worthy. You're beautiful. Whatever you need to get through the day, you have to speak positivity over your life. Listen, lastly, if you need to, seek support. Reach out to a therapist for guidance and encouragement. There's nothing wrong with speaking to someone. They're going to a therapist in the last decade has been so easy for people now because it can be done virtually. You don't even have to go into the office. You can just pick up your phone, schedule your meeting, meet with them over the phone, whether you want to be seen or you just want to be heard. They have all type of ways of getting help and speaking with someone. And let them know what your goals are. Let them know that, hey, I'm a people pleaser. I need help with this. Can you help me? You know, and they should be able to give you guidance on how to change certain patterns in your life so that you can live a better, happy, prosperous life. Keep in mind that people pleasing can be a complex issue with roots in childhood experience of trauma. Seeking professional help from a therapist or counselor may be beneficial for struggling to break free from this pattern. Thank you for tuning in to Stabilish with VA. If you enjoyed today's episode, please take a moment to leave me a review. Your feedback helps me to grow and bring you even more better content. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you never miss an episode. Also, today's affirmation is I encourage you to be resilient, and I'm embracing the challenges and opportunities for growth. I am open to new possibilities, and I trust that I am guided towards my goals. Remember this affirmation throughout your day and into your coming week. Thank you for listening again, and we'll be back with another episode soon. Bye.